taking a break for your inner well-being is not a pause, it's an empowerment. If you don't have time to eat your breakfast, lunch or dinner, tomorrow your ability to work will go down. Similarly, if you don't have time at all in your life to service the interiors of your life, then tomorrow's your activity will be much lower. See, the productivity of a human being depends upon how he or she is feeling right now. How pleasant is your experience of life? There's substantial medical and scientific evidence to show that only when you're in pleasant states of experience, your body and brains function at their best. And if you want to do well in your business or your enterprise, your body and brains must function well, it's very important.
In the circus, you have seen the trapeze artists. The trapeze bars and the trapeze ropes are always tied in such a way, only if they go full swing, they get to reach each other. If they're little unwilling or any one of them is unwilling, circus will collapse, isn't it? They must go all out, all out, all out. Otherwise, it cannot happen in a beautiful way. That is so with you. So if this circus of the mind has to become a symphony, if it has to raise to its crescendo, one of the foremost things is, are you going all out with life? If you're going all out, that itself will settle the mind. You are going with indiscriminate involvement with life, with everything, absolutely involved. With what passion you look at your lover or your child, with the same passion you look at the sky, with the same passion you look at the tree, with the same passion you look at the earth, with the same passion you look at anything. If you have the same passion and involvement with every aspect of your life, mind is not a misery, it is a beautiful circus. Circus is a symphony of actions, isn't it? Tremendously coordinated, but it can become an absolute mess if that coordination is lost, if the trapeze artists are not willing to swing all the way. They want to be safe, so they will go only half the way. Now there is no circus, it's finished.
When you get angry, you're a no to life. You get dejected, you're a no to life. You get depressed, you're a no to life. You get frustrated, you're no to life. This is a time to become 100% yes to life, because that is the way the possibilities of life will open up for you. Otherwise, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Life doesn't know whether you want it or not, because it's taking every message from you. At the end of the day, it can't make out what the hell you want. Make it very clear. Make it very clear to everything that is working here, that you are 100% yes to life. It's time to address this, that you do take commercial breaks, Every 10 minutes, 2 minutes break. Or you don't need that much, every 1 hour take 5 minutes or 10 minutes break. No involvement with anything outside, body, mind, nothing. World can say what it wants. See, whatever you think, the sparrows and the peacocks are saying what they want. Let it be. Let it be does not mean ignore them. No, you pay full attention but not involved. Similarly, the body, it's breathing, heart is beating. These are not simple things. These are called as vital signs. This is how a doctor finds out whether you're alive or dead. Your heart is beating, your breath is going in and out. How can you ignore such a thing? You should not ignore. Attention, but withdrawn, not involved. Very alert, but not involved. The same goes for your thought process and your emotion, very alert, not involved. Body, mind and world, I call this BMW. You get out of your BMW and pay attention to it. Every hour, 5–10 minutes, you will see wonders will happen. You will blossom as a being, which is the most important thing. This is the aspiration of every life. Time to explore. Life can be only physically hard. Mentally hard happens because of you. Early in the morning, get up and do yoga. Mind will ask, you idiot, why are you up? Everybody is sleeping. They wake up and drink coffee at 7 o'clock. What are you doing? So physical hardship may involve some pain. But because you put your body voluntarily through that hardship, it gets you to a place where nobody else can get. If you do it willingly, hardship will be joyful. If you do it unwillingly, it's the most terrible thing. So the question is only of willingness and unwillingness. Somebody is doing it willingly, somebody thinks they're being forced to do it. That's all the difference is. So this is all life is. Wherever we are, anything we're doing, any given moment of our life, if we do it willingly, it's like heaven. If we do it unwillingly, it's our hell, isn't it? If you do it willingly, even that thing that you think you do not like, even that becomes a great pleasure and becomes a process of growth for you.
The spiritual process has always been referred to as a journey. Meaning of a journey is constant change. Meaning of a journey is not finding value with something other than life. Meaning of a journey is that you're getting somewhere, always. Doesn't matter how good something seems like. It doesn't matter how good something feels like. You don't grow your roots there. Constantly on. So one who is on constant journey learns to love and enjoy everything, but not pick up anything on the way. And that's the very basis of being on a spiritual path, that experientially you touch many things, but you don't try to hang on to anything. And the most comfortable place to the desolate desert, you journey on. Doesn't make sense for one who's found the comfort, small niches of comfort in his life, he does not understand the meaning of a journey. So, is journey about just being a nomadic life? No. We must put our roots into one thing, the rest of it must be moving. See, the planet is moving. One thing is fixed in planet's life, that it'll go around only the sun. Never once it remains one more moment in a particular position in the orbit. This is a journey. But one thing is fixed. If that one thing is not fixed, it becomes a destructive process. So one thing has to be fixed. Where am I going? What's my top priority in life? That one thing is fixed. Everything else must be subject to change. Everything else must be free to change.
This is the greatest mistake humanity has done, that we think the existence is human-centric. It is not. So thinks the ant, so thinks the elephant, so thinks every creature. I've spent weeks and weeks in jungles by myself, surviving there. If you pay attention to all the lives, the reptiles, the insects, the worms and all the larger animals, every one of them have a complete life of their own. They have their own family, they have their own ego problems, they have their own teachings, they have their own struggles. everything. Yes or no? But somehow we think we are the center of the universe. No, we are just a speck. But for this speck, look at the privilege, we can sit here and experience individuality. Though we are just like a grain of soil, we are just that in size and in significance in this cosmos, isn't it? But still, we are given the privilege of individual experience. Meditation means exploiting that to the fullest, this privilege. We must not be a crowd, not be a flock, but an individual life which can blossom in a tremendous way and exudes its own fragrance. Though we know the fragrance comes from the soil, though we know this fragrance was filth just some time ago, but right now we can enjoy the fragrance of the flower, though we know this was filth just 3 months ago, isn't it? Hello? Similarly this, yesterday maybe you were just a meatball. No, in case you ate a meatball, I'm saying. But today, though it is meat, look at it, it's arranged itself as an individual and how many things, wonderful things. Isn't this a tremendous privilege? Meditation means bringing that privilege to the fore, enjoying the privilege of being an individual, but becoming conscious that there is an universal element in this individuality which makes it all the more beautiful. So every day in the night, all of you should do this before you go to bed. Last 3 minutes, everything that you have gathered, the body, the content of the mind, things, don't ignore small things, the small things are big things. I've seen how people are carrying their own private pillow, you know, because it's very important. So, your pillow, your footwear, if you have relationships, everything that you have gathered, keep it aside. Sleep. If you sleep in that condition, if you manage to sleep like that, you will wake up with something else altogether different. You will wake up with much more light, with much more energy, with much more possibilities than you have imagined possible. Just sleep as life, not as a man, not as a woman, not as this and that. Keep everything down, simple. See, this is getting too easy. Just sleeping sadhana. At least this you must do. First thing you must decide this. Have you come into this world to experience life or to avoid life? If you're here to experience life, perception is the most important thing, isn't it? And if perception is important, keeping this at absolute ease becomes of enormous importance. If you bring this to a total ease, a state of ease means that you have no disease, okay, it's very important. You're in a complete state of ease, only then the perception will happen at different levels. Have you noticed this? You're tensed up and you're looking for your car keys all over the place, but it's around your finger. Has it happened to you or no? So this is a clear example for you that when you're not at ease, your perception is not good. Even in the most basic way, it's not good. I'm talking about a completely different dimension, where if there is any kind of even a small reverberation of disturbance happening within you, if you just know how to sit here absolutely still, then you perceive things that you have not imagined possible. Even now it is perceiving everything. It is just that you're not conscious of most of the things your own body is doing right now. You have no access even to the intelligence of this body, to the awareness of this body, to the perception capabilities of this body. If you just find access to that, suddenly people think you're superhuman. So essentially, if your perception is expanded in some way, suddenly you're empowered. Suddenly what's a struggle for somebody else is a play for you. Destiny is something that we create unconsciously. If you create the same thing consciously, that would be making something happen the way you want it. So, when we say karma, unfortunately people think it's destiny. No, karma means action. There are 4 types of actions that you're performing right now as you sit here. Physical action is going on, mental action is going on, emotional action is going on, energy activity is also going on. 4 dimensions of karma happening to you every moment of your life, in wakefulness and in sleep, it's happening. The residual memory of all this activity stays with you and functions in many different ways, shapes your attitudes. You are who you are as a person, as a personality, only because of what you are exposed to and what kind of actions you performed and what kind of actions you did not perform. So, who you are right now is your karma or it's your making. Karma means action. We are referring to your action. So whatever you are, it's your karma. Whatever you are not, that is also your karma. So karma is the most dynamic way to exist, that you understand your life is your making. Nobody else managing you from somewhere, you're making this happen. It's your thought, your emotion, your energy, your connection with the reality around you. Above all, your ability to access an intelligence within you, which is the very basis of creation. A mango doesn't look like you, but if you eat it, it becomes you. A piece of bread doesn't look like you, but if you eat it, it becomes you. Just about anything you eat becomes you. There is an intelligence here which can make this human body, which is the most sophisticated machine on the planet. With just about anything, even if you eat junk, it's still happening, isn't it? There is an intelligence within you which is making this happen. If you find access to this intelligence, then life will become magical, not miserable. When people are miserable, they say, this is my destiny, what to do? If you want your life to become truly magical, this intelligence is in all of us. The question is only, will we access it or not? We do not know what you can do and cannot do in your life. Whether you're going to become the richest man in the world or the most beautiful woman on the planet or you're going to climb Mount Everest or you're going to beat Mr. Bolt in a 100-meter race, I don't know about these things. But every one of you can strive to become a wonderful human being and nobody can deny that to you. So I want you to do a simple process. Write down 3 things. Whatever you think makes a human being into a wonderful human being, just 3 things, and make it a reality in your life. What you think is the highest. Don't do what I want, please do what you want. In your life, if you do not do what you want, it'll become a wasted life. You don't have to do what somebody else wants, but 3 things that you think will make a human being into a truly wonderful human being. These 3 things, make it a reality. Why always we're talking about joy and love and things is to keep the mind pleasant, to keep the emotion pleasant. Because when your mind and emotions are pleasant, you are flexible, we can do many things with you. When your mind and your emotions are in unpleasant, you become rigid. Nothing can be done about you. So first settle that. Whatever the nonsense you are, first thing is learn to be joyful and loving. Now, it's easy to work with you. It's easy to help you, it's easy to reach out to you, it's easy to do things with you beyond your likes. Because your likes and dislikes are the basic compulsions. The more unhappy people are, the more they will insist, I'll do only this is how I am. Joyful people are flexible. You can make them dance, you can make them cry, you can make them jump, you can make them do funny things, you can ask them to crawl around, they'll do everything when they're happy. They're flexible. Don't lose your flexibility. That's the most important thing.
How to love people who irritate you. Don't pretend to love them. Just understand that they're irritating you. Why they're irritating you? Simply because they are not the way you expect them to be. They are not the way you want them to be. Just see, irritation is happening because you have held as what is right and what is wrong, you have decided. This is the right way to be. If there's some other way, they will irritate you first, then you will get angry, then you will hate them, then you will want to kill them. Simply because you're expecting everybody in the world to be like you. If everybody in the world were like you, could you be here? In your own home, if there was one more person like you, could you live in that house? Would it be possible? It's very good that everybody in the world are the way they are. Any human being you take here out of this whole mass of people, they're absolutely unique, isn't it? Yes? They're absolutely unique. The person who is sitting next to you right now, if you look at them, you will see there is no other human being like this person anywhere in this planet. There never was one, there never will be one. This is an absolutely unique human being. If you recognize that there is only one like this, it is such precious material, how can it irritate you? Where is the question of irritation? You are blind, that is why you're irritated. You are simply blind to life. You have not opened your eyes and looked at life, that is why you can be irritated. Otherwise, how can anybody irritate you?
So what is it that we are referring to as enlightenment? Let's say you never had the experience of drinking water, and I have, and if I try to describe to you how it feels to drink water, would I ever get across to you? So let's not talk about how it feels, let's talk about technically what it means. There are various levels of experiences that human beings are going through. Some people know just food and sleep, some people know creating something, some people know action, some people know art, some people know music. Some people know drugs, sex, this, that, so many things. But if you look at it carefully, always a human being is seeking to have a larger slice of life, isn't it? Isn't it so? Whether he's out to make money, or he wants to have pleasure, or he wants to go to heaven, it doesn't matter. Whether he wants to go to the temple or to the bar, he's still trying to have a larger slice of life. That's the only intention, isn't it so? To enhance the present level of life to something more. So the whole effort is to have a larger slice of life. So you have had pieces of life, some of them have been good, maybe some of them bitter, but you have had a certain slice of life. Suppose you had the whole pie for yourself, I would call that enlightenment. You're not seeking pieces anymore. You become very greedy. You want all of it. Everything that can be known, experientially. You want to know it right now. If you do manage it, that's called enlightenment. Is it very difficult? Not at all. The most difficult thing about enlightenment is it's too simple, and it's the most obvious. Because it's so obvious, the whole world misses it.
There is something in you which will not settle for anything. It's not just in you, it's in every human being. Even if we make you the queen of this planet,
it'll not settle. Because it'll not settle for anything less than unbounded. It doesn't matter what you give yourself, there is something in you which longs for more. It is not longing for more or less. It will not settle for anything less than the unbounded. If you become aware of this and seek it consciously, that is what we are referring to as spirituality, yoga, whatever else. If you seek it unconsciously, we call it as materialistic way of life. Everybody is seeking the same thing. Some people are seeking with eyes open, most people are seeking with eyes closed, that's all the difference. So anyway you're seeking for the unbounded, why don't you seek it consciously? Why don't you seek it with your eyes open? The possibility of getting there is greatly enhanced. Could I help you to get there? Definitely, that's the very purpose why we are here. If what you're seeking is sitting on the mountain, it could be denied to you. When what you're seeking is within you, nobody can deny it to you.
If you're looking for safety, I want to tell you this is a secret. As long as you're alive, there is no such thing as safety and security. Anything can happen the next moment. There's one place where you can be really safe, your grave. There nothing happens. Everything is perfectly safe. As long as you're alive, anything can happen, isn't it? Yes? People come to me and say, Sadhguru, please bless us, nothing should happen to me. So what kind of blessing is this? My blessing is let everything happen to you. Let everything that's life happen to you, isn't it so? Shouldn't it happen to you? Are we here to know life, to experience life in its fullest depth and dimension, or have we come here to avoid life? Because there is a constant fear of suffering, we will only take half steps in our lives, we will never take full strides, isn't it? Only when your inner situation becomes like this, no matter what happens on the outside, this is how I will be. Now you can explore and experiment your life whichever way you want. You can stride through your life without hesitation.
If you had a mirror at home which is changing shape every day, you go and stand in front of it, you have no clue what you look like, isn't it? And another problem is, if you have a mirror which remembers, you're in trouble, isn't it? Let's say your mirror at home retains 10% of everything that it sees. By now, it's a useless mirror, isn't it? One thing is, it must be perfectly flat. Another thing is, nothing should remain in it. Only then it shows you things just the way it is, isn't it? So, this is all we have to do. Little bit of work to flatten this mind, and nothing of the past remains. When it looks at something, it just looks at something. Right now, the moment you look at something or somebody, immediately 1,000 things of the past are running. If you learn to look simply, without even recognizing whether this is a man or a woman or a tree or an animal or just soil or rock, without even that, if you simply learn to look, you will see everything just the way it is. So this one thing you have to bring into your life. Never look up to anything, never look down on anything. Learning to see everything just the way it is. If that's not possible, look up to everything. You understand? Even if you see an ant, look up to the ant. That will work. Or if you have the capacity, look down on everything. That will also work. The problem is the division. This is high, this is low, this is good, this is bad. In this state, you will never ever know the reality of the existence. Either simply see everything the way it is, or look up to everything, or look down on everything. That's going to be very hard. But You look up to one thing, look down on something. You have divided the existence within yourself. In this state of division, in this state of fragmentation, your own mind will get fragmented.
Every time you sit, stand or say something, become little more conscious. What is it doing to people around me? Is it a contribution or am I just blabbering? Everything that you do has to be measured whether it works for everybody or not. This is not about becoming overcautious and scared about what to say, what not to say, not that. This is a way of cultivating yourself to see that you're effective with any kind of group. It's important. Take your right hand and touch your left hand and see. Take your right hand and touch your left hand. Is that you? Is that you? Touch the carpet on which you're sitting. Is that you? No. How do you know this? What is the basis of this experience? Sensation. Here there is sensation, here there is no sensation. Or in other words, whatever is within the boundaries of your sensation is you. Whatever is outside the boundaries of your sensation is not you, isn't it? This vessel, the water in this vessel, is it you? No. If you drink it, does it become you? So what is it that we did? All we did was, the water that is in the vessel, we included it into the boundaries of our sensation. Suddenly, we experience this as myself, isn't it? And your sensory body has a presence of its own beyond the physical body. Today it's a medical fact that even if your physical leg is gone, the sensory leg is still intact, isn't it? Let's say on a certain day you're feeling very depressed, even if somebody walks in and taps you on your shoulder, you don't know. Has it happened to you? Because when you're exuberant, your sensory body expands beyond the physical body. When you're depressed, it shrinks below the physical body. So if you make your life energies phenomenally exuberant, you can make your sensory body so large. Let's say you made your sensory body very large as this hall. If you sit here, all these people are within the boundaries of your sensation. Now you experience all these people as yourself. Once you experience these people as myself, after that, do I have to teach you what is good and bad? Please be nice to this person, don't kill that person, don't harm that person, don't rob this person. Would you need such a thing? Life will work beautifully because everything is yourself.
The moment you're born as a human being, your life became very complex. If you had come like any other creature, you wouldn't have all these issues and problems and stuff, okay? A tiger is born, let's say. If he just eats well, he will become a good tiger. He is not sitting and worrying like you, how will I become a good tiger? Will I end up as a house cat? No such issues, isn't it? Just find enough food, you'll become a good tiger. But once you come as human, you come as a human being. But to become a good human being, how many things you have to do? Why this is so is, for all the other creatures, nature has sealed both ends of their life. What evolution means is, for you, only one end is sealed, the other end is opened up. Now, this is a tremendous possibility that it's opened up, but that's what humanity is struggling with. So what you're suffering is not your bondage, what you're suffering is your freedom. Freedom is the problem, because a human being can choose how he can be right now, every moment of his life. Every moment he can choose, and you can choose means you can make wrong choices. A tiger cannot make wrong choices, he makes only right choices. A raccoon cannot make wrong choices, he makes only right choices. Does it mean he's wiser than you? Maybe yes. Because he cannot make choices. that makes his life so organized and complete by itself, your life will always be incomplete because one end is wide open. It can become anything. You become whatever you want, still you will feel you're insufficient. Because a human being is evolved to a point where nothing less than the ultimate will settle him. The only reason why life seems difficult is because you're not joyful. Is it so? See, suppose right now, let's say you want to climb a mountain. Climbing a mountain means enormous stress on the body, but you want to climb a mountain. You're very joyful climbing a mountain. Muscles are aching, knees are cracking, it doesn't matter, you're joyful. Is it a good experience or bad experience? The harder it is, the better, isn't it? But now, one of the job for you in your company is every day you must go up the mountain and come down. Now it's a terrible experience, not because of the nature of the job, it's not the climbing, it is just that you lack the joy, so it's miserable, isn't it? The best thing to happen to you is you're peaceful and joyful, isn't it? You think right now a job is going to give that to you, a promotion is going to give that to you, a lottery ticket is going to give that to you, but essentially you're only looking at the means. The end is you want to live pleasant, isn't it?
So meditation is going beyond that, where now you can have intense emotion, intense thought, intense body, but not about anything. If body has to become intense, or if thought has to become intense, or emotion has to become intense, people always need either a stimulation or a goal. Generally, the goal is stimulation. Body becomes intense only when they're in ambition or sexuality or something else like that, intense activity, something to achieve. So is thought. Thought becomes intense only when it has purpose. Emotion becomes intense only when it has an object. Now taking away this purpose, taking away this goal, taking away this object and just maintaining intensity. Now you're just life intense, not psychological, just existential. Now if you sit like this, you don't have to do anything, you just reverberate with such intensity, the whole existence has to respond to you, nothing can ignore you. Nobody can ignore you. Even the Creator has to come looking for you. He cannot ignore you because you're of such intensity. This intensity is not possible when it's goal-oriented because it's like a release. You move towards a goal, the moment you reach there, it has to cool off. Again you have to work it up on another goal. Again you pick up some momentum, when you reach there, it's finished. So, this process of creating intensity using a goal or an object is more psychological than existential. The same intensity can become purely existential. That's what meditation means, that's what yoga means, transforming life from goal-orientedness to life-orientedness. You heard of the devil? Okay, he's popular, why? The devil decided to go out of business. So he was putting all his tools of trade on sale. So he put a sale and people came and bought up all kinds of tools, anger, jealousy, hatred, many tools. Everybody bought it up in no time, all discount sale, they all bought it up. But there was just one little bag, everything sold out, only one little bag, he was about to leave. So somebody asked, what's in that bag? Why don't you sell that? He said, these have been the best tools of my trade. I'm not selling this, I'm keeping it as a souvenir. People said, no, we want to buy it, what is it? He said, no, these are my souvenirs, these have been the best tools to destroy people. What are they? You want to know? You want to know? What are the tools which truly destroys your life is
despondence, frustration, depression. If these three things happen, life is finished. Once you have lost the effervescence of life, all possibilities are gone. We may take one wrong step here, one wrong step there, it doesn't matter. As long as we're committed to make this life into a full-fledged life, this will find its way. Because something did not happen the way we think it should happen, if you give up, you have not given up on a thing, you've given up on life. This is one thing that you don't do. Not everything will happen the way we want, but if we know the fundamental thing about life is to make this into a beautiful life and to make every life around us as beautiful as possible, then always there is a way. If this doesn't happen, there is another one, if that doesn't happen, there's another one. There is always a way. You know, nobody fails in this life. You know this? Somebody may fail in the school, but nobody fails in this life, everybody passes. Yes? Everybody passes, nobody fails. So there is no fear of failure. Only thing is, before we pass, how wonderfully we did whatever we did, how gracefully we did whatever we did. So now that there is no fear of failure, no need for anxiety, no need for despondency, no need for frustration, no need for depression. Anyway we will pass. We just have to make it beautiful till we pass. If you're here only as a physical body, you will never know what is absolute ease. This is something that most people have never experienced in their life, to come to total ease. How to simply sit here with total ease? It's not there in most human beings. You have to get them drunk, then they are little at ease. One of the largest industries on the planet today is alcohol. It's among the top industries. Why is there such a demand? People are aspiring for ease. They want to come to ease, some sense of ease where nothing really bothers them. So they're actually longing for meditation because nobody initiated them, they hit the bottle. It gave them some temporary sense of ease, you have to acknowledge that. It gave them some temporary sense of ease, but it extracts a tax which is bigger than what the service it provides. Yes, because it takes away your alertness, it takes away your awareness. So, to be alive, to be 100% alive and to be at ease, this has to come to you. Then we say you're meditative, you're at absolute ease, but you're totally alive. This is what every life is longing for.
A woman came home one day from work and she found her husband in a compromising state with another woman. She got so mad. She went and picked up the gun. She put it on her head. Then the husband came and pleaded, "Please don't do this. I'll never again do this again. Please don't do this, don't shoot yourself." She said, "You fool, what are you talking about? Next is you." So anger, resentment, fear, these are all poisons that you drink and you hope somebody else will die. On this planet, I'll tell you, I do not know if you go to other planets how life is. On this planet, I'm telling you, this is a fact, if you drink poison, only you die, nobody else dies. But you have this unrealistic expectation that if you drink poison, somebody else should die. It doesn't work like that on this planet. To be angry, to be resentful, to be fearful, once you're in these states, you're a continuous suicide. Maybe you won't die physically, but in every other way, all that's human will slowly be killed in installments.